Christopher. Very nice. Hey son. Salut Frédéric. Oh well. Nice. Thorsten, hello. Hello Digler. Hello Andrew. We're listening to Bass Clef, an old EP going in different directions, like we're gonna do tonight, as usual. Hello Thomas. Thomas, thank you for supporting the stream already. With a tip in the coffee jar. And thank you Thorsten as well for doing that during the week. Hello Stéphane. Monsieur Hahahi. Oh, salut Pinap. Hello Billy Bob. Salut Miliani. Nice to see you Miliani. Long time friend of mine. Ah, yeah. Well done, Andrew. Very well done. Yeah, it's wonderful. Or maybe I'll play some of it tonight. Oh, I think I did recently. Que Lili, réponds à mes messages. Like your package is ready, que Lili. Write me a message. Is the info I need. I'm sorry, I think you sent me your address, but I need it again. Hello Mercury Man. And Dora's Revenge, salut. Buenas noches, Marcos. Yeah, this is the sound of the early 2010. Thank you Andrew for giving us it. In the coffee jar. Merci beaucoup, Andrew. Hello, Steve. Ah, merci, Lily. Hello, Romuald. New sound and old. Exactly what we have right now. Huh? Hello, Sean. Listening the original track Promises by Bass Clef. Bass Clef, who did quite a few interesting modular synth records in the late 2000s and early mid 2010s. He did a few records under another name, under his own name as well. But this is when he was doing dance music. He did other really cool dance music. Oh, but this is really good. Anyways, welcome everyone. I hope everyone had a good week. I hope you got inspired and that you might get inspired even a little more tonight, huh? Bass Clef. He did an album on what's the name of that label? It will come back. I forget. Let me check. That record, there's 5 copies of it on Discogs, super cheap. But he has a couple of albums around 2011, 2012. That's really when he was amazing. Yeah, Ralph Cumbers and Some Truths. Under the name Some Truths, he did like more electronic, not ambient, but kind of, but electronics music. Really interesting guy. That kind of fell under the radar of late, I would say. It's not drum and bass, it's coming more from a dubstep perspective. Yeah. Hello Chris. Salut Christophe. Hello Baléric. So tonight I have quite a few new arrivals, newly released records, or recently. Some are archival, as this one, which is a record I've been listening to all week. Sounds very close to what you would expect from that artist. This is an LP of 2 unreleased soundtracks he did in the early 70s. Late 60s, 68. 2 soundtracks from 68. And we're listening to Assignment K. Basil Kirschen. On the always reliable Trunk Records. Library, spy jazz, big band. Basil Kirschen was a sort of English moondog. Incidentally, he got blind in his later days, like fully blind. These tapes were labeled up as follows: Assignment K, with lots of pencil scribbles everywhere. The Strange Affair, with lots of pen scribbles everywhere. As usual with Basil tapes, there is little less to go on. No track list, no list of musicians, no singer names, no dates or anything. I, Johnny Trunk, in this case, have actually tried to establish the name of the singer on the song from side 1. We have called it Love Is to Walk Away, as it is a name. But having played it to a handful of knowledgeable collectors and enthusiasts, who I would count as experts in this field, no one has a clue who it might be. If you think you know, please get in touch. We know who it isn't. We can tell you that Assignment K dates from 1968, was a film about a toy maker who has a double life as an international spy. It was directed by Val Guest, great director, who had just finished trying to rescue the cinematic hodgepodge that was Casino Royale. He had been brought in by the Bond producers after Peter Sellers had walked off the movie. We imagine Assignment K may have been a slightly less stressful few months of shooting. As for the Kirschen score that we have here, we can tell you very little indeed, apart from the fact that the bass player was Ron Prentice, an ex-blacksmith turned musician and craftsman who worked on several Bond scores, but we know little else. And we only know this because it says so in the academic tome Jazz on the Screen by David Meeker. Well, too bad for you, Richard. Hello, Rich. Nice to see you. Hello, Ed. Yeah, Jimmy Page has played guitar on a few early Basil Kirschen library soundtracks. The Sound of the Industrial North, if memory serves right. Hello, Stevan. Nice to see you. I don't know DJ Mr. Joel, but it's nice to see you. Probably, for sure. Hello, Daniel. Nice to see you. Yeah, there'll be some tonight. Hello, Rawhead Jim. Yeah, I'll play some under the radar library that is probably still attainable tonight if we have time. Spring is coming, or so I thought, as the weather is a little better now. But apparently we're getting snow tomorrow. Oh well. Huh? Yeah, they're reissuing. It's basically just a reissue of this. No additional track or anything. But yeah, I loved it. That record when I discovered it in the mid '90s. I got tired of it, and I'm kind of liking it a lot again. Hello, Bat. Nice to see you. You know what? I have 4 LPs from Sparks, and I still have to make up my mind totally about them. They're here somewhere, and I'm waiting for a moment where I'll deep dive into them. Hello, John. Hello, Angela. Sorry. Nice to see you. Oh yeah, that record is. Hello, Conshield. Now something quite special. Well, I think that Basil Kirschen record is quite special, obviously, but Basil Kirschen, I will basically get anything I can get my hands on, and I have quite a lot. Still missing a couple. Yeah, totally the vinyl influenza. Hello, Fred. Hello, LR 24/7. I'm okay. I'm quite good today. Good spirits. I hope we have a fun stream. This record playing now is a record I hoped for years to be able to get an original of, but I've given up. I've given up. But thankfully, it just got reissued for the very first time, and it's quite a nice addition. This is a Hiroshi Yoshimura. His Soundscape one-off project. If surround can be listened to as music, that's as close to air itself, allowing us to enter each listener's sound scenery or as something that exists within a new perspective, expanding the middle ground between sound and music and transforming it into a comfortable space. Sorry, it would be much appreciated. That's the word of the composer. There was a series of, I believe, 6 LPs around 84, 85 of environmental music, as they used to call it back there. And this was released originally in January 86. And getting an original of that is, it's a 4-figure affair. In the original notes for the album, Yoshimura recommends that surround be placed in the same family of sounds as the vibration of footsteps, the hum of air conditioner, or the clanging of a spoon inside a coffee cup. And as he suggests, with the addition of city noise from outside the window, you may hear surround in a completely new way. Usually these kind of records don't work with me. This one does. But indeed it is an affair of sparsity. Can you say that? Is that a word? Hello, Mikael. Morde. Ah, okay. Nice. Well, congratulations for scoring that. Richard Devine is a very mixed affair. I know him. He stayed at my place 20 years ago or so, and he's a character. Yeah, it's absolutely lovely. Yeah, exactly, Frederick. So this is why sometimes reissues. Okay, I have to cave in. But I don't have his Green album, as you say, Green. It's not the title, but I'm not as fond of it as this one. This one, in my opinion, is... yeah, I would say is far superior. Is I wouldn't say that the other one is cliché, but the other one is straight up like it's veering too much towards new age for me. Yeah, it's not a cheap reissue, but yeah. Yeah, that's a good an isolation tank flotation. Yeah, that would be wonderful. Actually, it's funny. I did an isolation tank with Richard Devine. Not two of us in the same, but yeah. Oh, nice. It's an interesting album, but yeah. Okay, I'll go and check that one unless you give us the details, LR. Shall we do something about influenza, huh? What shall we do? Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's just like when you got a synthesizer and you know how to make it sound your own. That's what that is. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like some Front 242. I know they're playing in Stockholm in like their last gig ever, they say, in the fall. I don't know that one. Oh, si, Amaro Freitas. Yes, yes. Pinup is asking me which record have I not been able to buy and that I regret. Oh, so many. So many. Yeah, the surround was a bit pricey, but came in a decent inner sleeve and had some pretty cool inserts. It's a Japanese pressing, by the way, on a Japanese label. Hence why the price is a little bit high for us Westerners. Yeah, that's the one, Alain, and I think it's gonna end in Scandinavia, or so they say. Now, here's a record I've been after for quite some time now. It's a percussion ensemble, and well, it features a composition by an artist that is very dear to me because he did one of my absolute favorite records and pressings. Talking about Kjell Samkopf from Norway. So you got, yeah, Kjell Samkopf is playing percussions, but you also got flutes, clarinet, soprano saxophone, bass clarinet, piano, viola, violoncello. So it's not really a percussion ensemble. Sorry, yeah, it's just a contemporary music ensemble from Norway. Came out in 1982, and I don't think it's super much in demand, but it's not something you see every day. Here is Kjell Samkopf. I don't know. I wouldn't know what to tell you, Christoph. Hello, Chris. Nice to see you. It's this kind of records that, like, it will take some time before people rediscover it. Kjell Samkopf was born in Bærum, near Oslo, in 1952. He received a diploma in composition in 1977 after studying with Professor Finn Mortensen at the Norwegian State Academy of Music. In 78-79, he studied sonology with Dr. Werner Keigi in Utrecht. His experience as a percussionist and extensive background in improvisation have been essential to his development as a composer. He has served as chairman of New Music Composers Group. Invention number 4 for two percussionists and electronic music was commissioned by New Music in 1980. The work calls for a large number of traditional and as well as electronic percussion instruments, including synthesizers. Stylistically, the work contains different elements, sound structures typical of serial music, are interwoven with rhythmic patterns taken from rock and jazz. Samkopf says that he is reaching back to his own musical roots in this work, allowing them to play themselves out with the help of compositional techniques derived from serialism. Invention number 4 is divided into 2 sections. Now we're in the second one, each of which includes both a free part and a rhythmic part. As the performers are free to improvise over the given material in each section. The length of the work can vary from performance to performance. The piece ends with the coda consisting of electronic sounds created with the help of the data machine programs Vosim and Midim at the Institute for Sonology in Utrecht. Very serious, huh? Yeah, absolutely, Stefan. Stefan knows everything, huh? Yeah, he knows a lot. A revenge. Thank you, man, for leaving a very nice tip in the coffee jar. Merci beaucoup. Merci, a revenge. Yeah, so not necessarily the music that is most immediate to you. Of course, he borrowed some ideas from Terry Riley with the length of the piece being subjected to the will of the players. But it is also music from the... Well, it would be quite difficult to tell when this is from, to be honest. Which is kind of nice. Which is quite nice. Not kind of. Yeah, that record you're talking about, I think is on Prier, is amazing. Absolutely. Yeah, I think they have two color variants of the review. Hello, ambient dreamer. Stefan, someone is asking you to disclose that. Yeah. Oh, that should be interesting and fun. Absolutely. Yeah, she has such a fun life at the crossroads of so many different kinds of music. Maybe now you got movie, obviously. Yeah. Next is the latest album from an artist I love since the mid-90s when I discovered him. I don't love all his albums. Thankfully I skipped quite a few, but the new one, ooh. Yeah, kind of. You know, it's just a thread you just have to pull. Yeah. Philips released a lot of avant-garde music in Norway, Norwegian pressings. Really supported the scene back there. Great post-punk band with Rick Panic featuring Don Cherry, but mostly featuring Nene. Hello Eric. I wouldn't mind. Oh, okay. Well, eventually we'll get to know what these albums are. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. The story of Philips and electronic music is really interesting and important. With Tom Disveld and Dick Reichmakers, who were engineers for Philips and who were assigned to create music with machines, musical devices that were created by Philips in the 50s without really knowing how they were going to be used. So this is the latest Roy Montgomery album, Broken Heart Surgery, An Agony in 6 Files, featuring friends. Nicole Moffat is singing on this one. Dear Imprudence. Beatles connection. Hello Billy Bob. Synchronicity. Roy Montgomery is a Kiwi, a guitar player from New Zealand, and yeah, he's been around, yeah, and he had quite a few like psychedelic rock bands. He has this amazing sound, as you can hear if you haven't already, if you don't already know him, or if you haven't heard me play his records, which I do regularly. He has this extreme reverb thing that, and his harmonic system is so beautiful. He's one of these few musicians who have this musicality that is very elegiac, that I actually like. Not too much darkness in his music, but a lot of mood. Sean, thank you for leaving a tip, and Bat as well. Merci, les amis. So this was just released, and wonderful, wonderful album. I think Eric here would love it. Yeah, 4 albums of his. 3 out of 4 are exceptional. One I didn't like too much, so I got them without the box. Hello, Raf. Nice to see you. Yeah. Hello, Paul. Yeah, I think it's probably one of... It might just be his most accessible album. It would be... I would think it could be like a breakthrough album. He has this sound from the Cranky label. Not many keys, but a lot of sustain. He did release a few records on Cranky. Next record is one of these other records that I kind of... I thought I had given up on getting an original. It's a very, very pricey record. There's a reissue. I got it for 1 track. It's a good record. It's like a cyclic rock, like 70s cyclic rock from Italy. But there's 1 track I'm gonna play next. With a jazz musician that I'm deeply in love with. Most of his records are solo, so it's quite nice to hear him with almost a band. Oh, you saw that, Angela? Oh my god. Yeah, I think you mentioned it. No, I had a very, very nice dinner I made myself with mussels cooked in cider with shallots, parsley, yeah, lime, and then I did some French fries with that. So no, I drank a lot of cider, so maybe something later, a little bit more with a kick. No, a shell from a seashell. Exactement. Hello Radio Gnome. Well, it's pretty apropos that you asked me that for the next one, because I haven't been able to find an original yet. Haven't. But I've heard it. And even if I got the reissue for only one track, I must say I still want the original because of the sound. You will tell me. Hello, Pat. Oh, see, you come for the guitar track, huh? Yeah, this is beautiful. Apparently, some people were a little bit not. I don't know if shocked is the right word, but disrupted by the image of the thumbnail for that stream. Oh, do you have my Instagram? Because you could ask me when you are there. I would say if you have none yet, try to get creakiness or rock and roll station. But part of the reason why the thumbnail of this stream was a little bit a little weird, some might think. Well, they always are a little weird, aren't they? Well, it's because of Nurse's Wound, because there's quite a few Nurse's Wound and Nurse's Wound related records to play tonight. So who might be playing the saxophone here? In definitive atmosphere. Giovanni Tommaso. So this is Steve Lacy. A very rare Steve Lacy feature on a library soundtrack from Italy. I believe from 1973? 1970. But the rest of the album is... you'll see. Yeah? Kind of. Hello, Brandon. I have 100 Nurse's Wound records under the name of Nurse's Wound. I have about 130 Nurse's Wound records with like collaboration or other names, and 196 records of Nurse's Wound and Friends. So there's a few I don't have because I don't like them. You would think that with all of these he might get even the ones he doesn't like, but no. Yeah, absolutely, but I'm playing the jazz tunes. I'm not sure we're talking about the same Steve Lacy though. I would, but it's too cold here. Sorry, Randy. In the summer. Ask me again in the summer. Yeah, no, Steve Lacy is the master of soprano saxophone and my favorite jazz musician. But the sound on this is good, but I suspect it's coming from a needle drop. I don't think they had the tapes. I might be wrong, but it doesn't sound as good as the original I heard. It's a little bit muffled. In the end, it's all about the music and your imagination. I mean, this is amazing. Raf, do you have Instagram? If you have, get in touch with me. And maybe we can help each other. Yeah. And his credit on this record is completely hidden. You would have to know. Ouais, c'est un autre pin-up. Yeah, that Steve Lacy has got a lot of fame in the past, like 4 or 5 years. But this is something else. See, so you have them all almost. Incidentally, there's a record with Nurses called 150 Murderers' Passion or something like that with William Bennett from White House, and I don't think it's a good record. And this is to give you a little clue of an unexpected direction of Nurse's Wound. This is a record that was released in when was it released originally? In late 80s, early 90s. '92, yeah. I have the CD. I bought it in the mid 90s, and it finally got issued on vinyl for the very first time, and it's a wonderful record. Wonderful edition, by the way. This is Revenge of the Selfish Shellfish, which is Stephen Stapleton with Tony Wakeford. Danny Wakeford of the apocalyptic folk band Sol Invictus, who used to be in Death in June. It's a wonderful... What is this? Is it folk music? Kind of. And as far as new Nursezoon releases, or at least newly issued on vinyl, I would highly recommend that album. I mean, this track is pretty nice. You got quite a range of music on that album. It's it's really nice. Yeah, Tommaso. Yeah, and they're pretty nice. They came in two. They did 500 copies of this, 250 on clear green vinyl, and the other on clear blue vinyl. I got the green one. Oh, how was it, Stefan? You. On en parlera. Yeah, I saw that. This very first Nursezoon album that got reissued as a double LP a few years ago, like 15 years ago or so, with an additional side of unreleased tracks that I didn't find added anything to the original. So it's quite good to have it that way, I would say. Unless you get the original. I would agree with that. Totally charmed. It's got this kind of pagan, British, whimsical quality, absolutely pastoral. Another recent first-time vinyl issue of a 90s record that I didn't see this coming, honestly, so I'm pretty stoked about it. I think some of you might want to get this. was originally released in 1994. Yes, this is air, as as Balearic has noted. Pete Namlook, air 2. Pete Namlook, I believe from the Netherlands, ran that label called Fax. Very important electronic ambient album of the 90s. He did a series called The Ambient Cookbook. He did some records with Bill Laswell that are, in my opinion, the best stuff he did. And yeah, this one is pretty nice. I think he did a series of these, like 3 or 4. Not sure exactly. Uh, but yeah, this really shows that we're currently into a phase of really reevaluating the 90s with distance in yeah in a very telling way, I would say. Ah, I'm not sure I like that album, Stefan. There you go. But Pete Namlook was this kind of guy who was releasing so many albums on CD, like often like filled to the max, like 80 minutes of music, and uh, he has some obsessive collectors and fans, but and not all of it is good in my opinion. Far from that. But yeah, sometimes he really managed to do some really good stuff. Yeah, that album that had like that track that's starting with all these tribal drums and flute samples. Really, really good. Really reminding me of another band, and another couple of bands. Very productive as well. Ah, Alien Community, yes. Yeah, he was obsessed with that, like space, outer space imagery. Mercurian Man. Merci beaucoup. Mercurian Man just left a very, very nice tip in the coffee jar, which is like, oh yeah, we're already past the first hour, so guys, girls, if you like the stream tonight, please yeah, consider leaving a thumbs up to the video. if you were watching this, whenever you're watching it, it's a Pavlovian reflex. I don't exactly know what it does, but is it just an ego brush? Maybe, who knows? But it's always nice. And if you want to further conversation, tell me what you think about all of this. You can always leave a comment after the stream. It's always nice and appreciated. And if you really like the stream tonight, if you discover some stuff, as some of our friends already, consider leaving a tip to your DJ. There's the link in the description at the beginning of the description of the video. It's always very helpful for the stream. Merci. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Totally official. But it's true, though, that it's a fair question since Pete Namlook died some years ago. But I know they got access to the actual original masters. Yeah, there's even a Mick Harris from Scorn ambient album on Fax that is wonderful. But you see, with tracks like that, I get, for me, what some other get from Jean-Michel Jarre for them. I can't with Jean-Michel Jarre, apart from a couple of tracks. But this, there's the tiny veil of cheese here. But you know what? With distance, I don't mind it, and I actually enjoy it. Back in the 90s, when this was released, there was an almost kind of retro quality to this. Now I see things a little bit differently. Next is an under the radar record by a band that is quite desirable, and a record that most people seem to have missed. Yeah, I was mentioning that, Stefan. They did stuff together. And Bill Laswell, the solo, what was the name again? No, I forget, but it's really good. It's probably the best ambient by Bill Laswell. Yeah, it's a 7-inch, but you have the tracks on this compilation head. Yeah. Worth investigating at the very least. Well, I would say yes, Somnifique Flux is the one I think is really, really, really good. But you also have the Biosphere record, the Fires of Orc, that is really good, under the name Fires of Orc. But I think it's the name of the ones. The last one is Somnifique Flux, if I remember correctly. I have the CD somewhere. Stefan, you might confirm this for us. I can't find it on the Discogs page. Yeah, that's true. Very, very true. Thank you. Yeah, psycho-navigation is alright, but what do you think of Somnifique Flux, Stéphane? Oh no, Cymatic Scan. That's the one I was thinking of, I think, from Bill Laswell. Somnifique Flux is something else. Yeah, it's Bill Laswell and Tetsu Inoue. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Cymatic Scan, Frederick, I would recommend you to check out. Ooh, yeah, it's worth it. No, they didn't. Like, Fax didn't do much vinyl back then, apart from 12 inches. And the club music they did was not the best, I would say. What I'm playing right now was only released in an edition of 250 copies, and there are still copies available, surprisingly. This is it's quite a nice edition. The vinyl is like kind of milky silver. It was released on an Estonian label, Reformed Faction. Why might that be desirable besides to create mineral ambient music? Well, this is basically Soviet France. This is Robin Story and Mark Spivey, the two main composers of first generation Soviet France, or basically the classic lineup of Soviet France, who went on to do Dead Voices on the Air and Rappoon. But back together, and it's a wonderful, wonderful ambient post-industrial album. And I guess, I don't know, a lot of fans of Soviet France, when I tell them about it, they had no idea this existed. This came out like 11 years ago or so. I bought this when it was released, and I was checking. Yeah, there's 6 copies available on Discogs. Well, 5 now. I don't think so. No. I see why one might guess it might happen, but structurally, I don't think so. I do. I do because so many of these albums of the 90s are way, way, way too long because of the CD. Hello, Nick. The album is not just that. There are tracks that have more like of a electronic feel rather than ambient as well. More like a very mineral quality that you often find in the Soviet France. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's correct. But I don't know. I always like to just two turntables. one track inspires the next one. Now, one record I think quite a few of you might want to get. There's a few copies available on Discogs, quite affordable, less than $20 for this double album. Here's the Reformed faction. They're supposed to be silver. Someone was talking about the bass clarinet getting all the girls, huh? Mineral music, I mean, minerals. Like the music is made from these tiny particles of whatever minerals, like metals, stone. So you could say sort of organic quality, but not coming from necessarily instruments, traditional music. Nope. Nope. Mortuaire, we got covered, huh? Raps is really good. The Wire is not his best in my opinion, but it's an important album for obvious reasons. This is Czech bass, clarinet, cinematographer, musician. I got a bunch of records of his. This is Jiří Steven with Pierre Favre on drums. Night and Day. It's a double LP. He plays various flutes. It's an incredible album. I remember getting this in the late 90s and being... Yeah, I was into it, but I wasn't in love with it. It took a little while before I really... Oh, okay, wow, this is really for me. Pierre Fabre is an amazing drummer. He has a bunch of solo albums that are incredible, even though I would say they are a bit tough to stomach in a way. It's incredible sounds and drumming, but the music is maybe a little bit repetitive in a way. Maybe I should play a great drummer album next. Or I mean, Discover reeks of sort of like prog, psych prog, but no, it's like spiritual free jazz experimental album. Hello, Kaylee. Another week, huh? This is a side project of Radiohead, Rich James. Yeah, they did that in their like 10 years before. That's what they were doing 10 years before they got kind of successful with I'm a Creep, and they used to live in continental Europe in a farm. Yeah. Hello, Thomas. Actually, I'm going to disappoint you. I don't read anything anymore. I was subscribed to The Wire up until like 99, I believe. But I stopped all of that. What do you guys read when it comes to news letters, online or not? I'm subscribed to a bunch, but I never end up reading them. I don't have the time. Yeah, there was, but yeah. Oh? Well, Kaylee, if it's not working, for the very first time ever, in the description of the link, I put a, a PayPal me link. If you want to support the stream tonight. Yes, Dubs. It could be. No, no, it's a really cool record. Goes in many different directions. Yeah, okay, wait. Even if it's still a duo of flute and drums, it gets more traditionally jazz in a way. There's so many tracks on that record, so it's difficult to just. But that's weird that the coffee link wouldn't be working. I think you managed. Thank you, Kelly. Merci beaucoup. No, there's not really any place and, these days. I think that is satisfactory. I just go and check the new releases on a bunch of online stores. Ooh. But I haven't seen 808 tonight yet. Maybe he's hiding in the shadows, but as you know, it's midnight, so you know what that means. Here is midnight at least. I know it's not midnight for everyone, but if you're in Europe, just picture yourself driving in a car in the night in the city. Of course, the Jirvi Steven record came out on Supraphone, the Czech state label. It is Joey Anderson. Fred. Fred left a very, very nice and generous tip in the coffee jar. Merci, Fred. That's much appreciated, Fred. Merci, mon ami. So this is dance music, but isn't it jazz as well? Or is it Fred? Someone, I assume it's Fred because there's a mention of me needing to get a haircut, which is a typical, it's Fred, yeah. Yeah, merci Fred. Yeah, this is a wonderful, wonderful slow, deep techno 12-inch from early 2010s, Joey Anderson, who's part of a small scene, of which the main guy is Levin Vincent. They often tour together, Levin Vincent, Joey Anderson, and a couple of other guys. I forget the name right now, but this is prime Joey Anderson. Nocturnal dance music. Body music, very sensual, but kind of an underlying menacing. It is. Hello, Dave. Dub, techno, jazz. If only. If only. Nah. Not the easiest tune to drop on the dance floor because it's so deep. You kind of need to have people almost already fucking on the dance floor to drop that. Funny you mentioned that. I think I played that recently. The Joker Slut exclusive flexi from Aleppo. You get this kind of like syncopated Chicago drums. But no, it's something different. This is really the sound of deep techno from 2009, 8, 10, 11. I'll show you in a moment. Just proper good dance music. Yeah, it's kind of in that realm. So this is, hand stamped. So it is, I don't know if I will be able to, it's on the deconstruction label. Okay, I'll just put the Discogs link of it in the chat. Wait a second. It's called Earth Calls. Yeah, there's bunch of copies of it available for less than $10. Always nice, isn't it? Yes, Balearic. And here is it. Here it is. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it as well. I don't know. It was like a sort of, yeah, kind of. I remember seeing all of them uh, DJing and playing live at the Rex Club in Paris. A few years later, I was sharing a stage with them in the Netherlands. Very, very nice guys. Yeah, you have to tell me more about that. Like a 200-page interview with Theo Paris, that sounds insane. Yeah, this is wonderful. And this is kind of the last chapter for a little while of me playing our dear friend Otto Lindholm, who was here last week for a long chat that took its toll with some of you guys. Some people who it was instructive to see that a lot of people who really come here for the music, as we chatted for over an hour, and a lot of people tuned out. But I hope that it brought a little more attention to him. This is the second album collaboration I think he did with Maze, out of 3, if I remember correctly, 2 or 3. But it is, it's really wonderful. Came out, yeah, 4 years ago. Besoin Records is a very interesting label. Started by a guy from Techno, actually. His name escapes me now. Mastered by Lawrence English. Bonne nuit Pina, à pas plus tard. Je crois que je l'ai déjà fait il y a quelques mois, on verra. Possible. Yeah, it's pretty nice, that first album. Then he kind of was lost for a few years, I think. But that album was the last. His album on Deck Mental was the last release in. He was on a roll. Like he had like 6-7 EPs that were all fantastic, and then that album that was alright, quite good, but like not as good as the track I played, in my opinion. And then everything was shit for a few years. Merci, Sean. No, it was nice, but I can understand some people like who are here for the music, they would tune out. Yeah. Yeah, it's the label of, what's the name of this guy? I forgot. Yeah, I like Serge Gainsbourg, Melody Nelson, especially because it's arranged by Jean-Claude Vanier, whose solo album from the same time I have, and I love L'Enfant Assassin des Mouches, the child, the fly killer kid. Yeah, again, something a little bit different. But yeah, I mean, one of the ideas behind this stream is going from one direction to the next constantly. So over 1 hour of the same musician is kind of the opposite of what I usually do.
Stretched out. Stretched out over Seno.
Now this is still Maze and Otto Lindholm. I introduced another record with it that is one of the most fascinating records of late for me. From a Serbian theater, radio, television director, uh, an intellectual. This is his latest record. He's 92 years old now and still going strong. I do like yellow. In small, like, I don't like everything yellow, but I love Carlos Peron. Um, I would like to love more of their music. Some of it hasn't aged that well, but it, I, I like yellow. And I do like Tous de Moon, absolutely. I would recommend. Well, I played like a solo album from one of the Tous de Moon musicians the other, like a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And sorry, Nick Pentazzi, I don't like the. I never liked Ivan Dendo as well. It's ridiculous to me. Okay. Ah, thank you, Paul. So this is Arsenier Jovanovic, sailboat Galiola Nuria's unfinished logbook. What? What is this? After several months of work upon listening to the last millisecond of the unfinished diary of the sailing ship Galiola Nuria, I couldn't recall how it all began. Was I following the drift of my dreams, or listening to old recordings of my voyages from Belgrade on the river Danube, the Black Sea, Marmara, Ionian and Adriatic seas, to Rovinj in northern Croatia? I had sailed to Malta, to Sicily, visited the Delphic sanctuary, leaned over leaned over the volcanic craters of Mount Vesuvius and Mount Etna. Some of the tape recordings, more than 50 years old, evoked without warning a flash of mixed, dreamlike fleeting images and sounds difficult to pin down, just as it happened unpredictably in our dreams. Moments of squandered time emerge in our cluttered, superficial consciousness, which fails to warn us of its irreversible loss, as if it concerned someone else and not us. Indeed, indeed, it was another self it revealed. Every day we confront a different version of ourselves. If only our brains could always store, like an album, all the images, sounds, we could venture to say that each person has several hundred lives. But nature decided otherwise. We are doomed to spend most of our time bogged down by the burdening weight of the present. I began one of my books with these words: I have three eyes. I look with two, I see with the third. The third eye saw landscapes and scenes to which my two eyes were blind. I can also say I have two ears. With two I listen, and with one I hear. So, 3 ears, he meant, I guess. Well, with that one eye and one ear, I saw and heard what my listeners will see and hear. Should they also have two eyes and two ears, but only see and hear with one eye and one ear? The mysterious alchemy of our consciousness blends them into one, conjuring a third sense. Within that third sense lies the essence of art, that immutable infinity, forever warped in a quandary and beyond the reach of our consciousness. I cannot dive that deep, so I stay on the surface and stare down into the abyss and the emptiness within me. My dive into the unfinished diary of the sailing ship Galiola Nuria ends there. Incredible cover art. Yeah. Oh, Bob Blanc. Fred, I have a story to tell you. No, Boris Blanc. Yeah, yeah. No, not Bob Blanc. So not the easiest album to get into, maybe, but I think they only printed 100 copies of it. Yeah. It came out at the end of last year, but it kind of came, yeah, in September. I only got it this week, finally. And wow. You kind of get a mixture of Werkbund, Asmustichens, Nurse's Wound, Giuseppe Lacy. Mind blowing to me. Absolutely. Actually, that's what I should have said first, Stefan. But it is also a little bit like the Moshi by Barney Whelan, as this is like a sort of reconstruction of his audio memories of his sailing trips in the Mediterranean Sea. Yeah, cinema for the ear. Maybe not the most VC friendly type of music, right? I don't care. Yeah, I think I'll check it out, but I think you don't need to be a member to have access to the Discord. Ouais, un peu trop là. But indeed, that record kind of reminds me of what the there's a Nurse's Moon series of records. The Lofoten thing, Stefan, help me out. They're all supposed to reissue that as a big box set on vinyl this year. Um, they did a couple of volumes of double CDs in the mid 2000s. Yeah, it is. But yes, talking about Nurse with Wound, as this is kind of my Nurse with Wound week, with that Stephen Stapleton, Tony Wakeford uh, reissue. Now we're listening to something else, a Nurse with Wound record. Back in 2003, 21 years ago, this was released. She and Me Fall Together in Free Death. A single LP that came out on the Beta Lactam Ring label from Canada, and it just got reissued as a triple LP box set with a weird, like, felt insert, kind of handmade, signed by Stephen Stapleton. There's a version of that you can find without the box, much less expensive. And much less sold out. What is VC friendly? Yeah, the shipwreck radio sessions. Thank you, Stefan. Yeah, dark, very dark, relaxing music. My exact words as well, Sean. Yeah, I also got that card in in something else recently when I got my vinyl postcard from them. Just do what you can, Frederick. And I think one of the great rules in all sort of creative endeavors is never try to define who you are. You will be defined by what you do. And then you embrace it and develop it or not, but deciding who you are before you do it is setting yourself up for failure. Yeah. Temporoboto, hello. Someone who I discover. First message I read from you, I believe, and it's instantly music to my ears. Love Nurse's Wood. Yeah, absolutely. And know, I think the first volume came out as a double CD, which was too much to digest. That's why I love this music on vinyl. Because I don't need to listen to the whole album, I can listen to one side like that. I find it much more digestible that way than a double CD filled to the max. We reached the second hour, which is my casual reminder for those of you who are here or who are just watching this whenever you're finding this video. If you like it, please consider putting a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you don't like it at all. And it's always nice to read you guys as well. If you're not already writing messages in the live chat, if you're watching this whenever, you can always leave a comment in the comment section of the video. And if you really like the stream and you want to support it, if you had fun and you want to tip your DJ of the night, there's the first link in the description of the video, the Ko-fi link, or the other one, which quite a few great supporters of the show have used tonight so far. Maybe some more, and I can get that Brazilian record I'm looking for. Oh, I got scammed, by the way, this week. I should get my money back, but someone from Serbia actually got quite a bunch of money from me through PayPal, so I should get it back, but I got scammed. It still happens. Sometimes you have to take chances. Absolutely, Marcos. This is the fifth side. So the first two sides are exactly the same as the original LP, and you get four sides of unreleased music from the same sessions, supposedly, maybe reworked. And I think it's what I've heard of it. The bonus material is even stronger than the original LP. How about one of the greatest jazz records ever, according to me? What is sold out? Maybe the box, but you can still get the free LPs, Marcos. I think. I'm pretty sure. I would be shocked because they did quite a lot. I think I counted that in total they probably did like 1,500 of it, which is a lot for Nurse Wood. And that would be nice. I'm rooting for a hand job for a policeman by Nurse Wood. I was talking about drummer records earlier. Here you get. Here you go. This is one of the very first records I entered Discogs. I submitted. Bruce Ditmas, Yellow. A few weeks ago I played the Gil Evans album that I bought because of Bruce Ditmas. Even if I would have bought it anyways, but on this you have Bruce Ditmas plays drums, Moog drum, Mini Moog synthesizer, ARP 2600 synthesizer, electric congas, cuica and percussion. And you also have Joanna Barbara on voice and Enrico Rava on trumpet. If you guys would like to say, to describe sometimes records as a Stunty record, This is the original. Totally, I support that. Sure. Yeah, 1977. Yeah, the release year. Was it this one or the other one that was reissued? I didn't have directly anything to do with that. Only thing I did was hide that record for years. It's yeah, well, it used to be a little cheaper, but it was never like. I remember when it was $40 20 years ago. Exactly, that is like Square Pusher 15 years before, 20 years before. But let me play maybe quickly a little bit of the tracks with Enrico Rava and Joan La Barbara. Hello Tish. I'm not sure I know that one. Maybe I'll check again, Dave. Thank you for pointing that out. Hello Jose. I hope you had a nice gig yesterday. Well, I ate seafood today, so. So glad to hear that, Dan. I'm really honored to read these words from you, Dan. Dan is going through a very difficult time. So it's very nice to hear that he's out of the hospital, and yeah, you you've been I get a little emotional now. Well, won't make too much out of it, but it's mighty good to read you, Dave. Dan. I love Enrico Rava, Italian trumpet player, and John LaBarbera, who's now the wife of Morton Subotnik, if I remember correctly. All her albums are absolute joy to listen to. She kind of championed this technique inspired by the East, the circular breathing. Now that's a jazz record, huh? '77. Ridiculous. Well, don't let me catch up with you then. Huh? Next week, it's my birthday, 22nd of March. So I'll do a quite special stream. Yeah, I have a few ideas. Might be playing some of my absolute favorite music that I've never played here. But yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a landmark stream next week as my birthday, and then I'm off for almost 3 weeks to France, taking care of my father's affairs. It's still not done, but hopefully it will be done after that. So I'll be missing you guys for at least 2 streams, maybe 3. 2, I won't be able to do this the last Friday of March and the first Friday of April. I know. I'm sorry. That sounds just perfect, Dave. Not weird. Who knows? No, but I'll make it special for you. It will be next week, huh? Like, I hope I make it to next week. Might be a little bit of a competition as well for you guys. Merci, Benoit. I hope so. I can't bring everything with me to France. We'll see if I have energy and if I can afford it. Because going to Denmark without a budget, that's a little bit of a bummer. So we'll see. I haven't crossed it off yet, but depends. Yeah, it depends how much I have to spend during that trip in France. Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely perfect. I know. I've only missed two twice, and both were because I went to France because of my dad in in 18 months. That's commitment, isn't it? Yeah. Thanks. Now a brand new record from an artist I didn't know at all. Um, 6 months ago. 2 weeks ago, I played a couple of releases on this amazing new label called Dur Records from Berlin. And this is another one of these. Sophie Hunger Cinema. This is the soundtrack to a movie that she made. Édition Dur, Dussmann. She's a Swiss-born artist. She did a lot of indie stuff, and this is kind of like between folkish indie, indie pop, and electronics. Really good electronics on this. Like really impressed by that album, if I'm being honest. Thank you, Christophe. Yeah, that's yeah. I'm at loss with words. Yeah, lots of love to you and to your closest, and well, yeah, let's not cry, and yeah, well, we're your virtual extended family. Yeah, that's I often consider music to be its own time frame. And when I come here to the studio, sometimes an hour can feel like days, or a couple of hours could feel like days, and sometimes the opposite. 6 hours, 8 hours passing without me noticing any time went away. But it's true that I guess music is one of these things we have in life that kind of challenges our linear perception of time. Sure, a song has a beginning, a middle, and an end. But as we, with our records, we control when it stops. And we can go back to the beginning, to the middle, wherever. It's music is our greatest time distortion device. And you stopping by to tell, to say hi and give us a smile, Dan, is well, it's gonna be in that stream forever now, for better or worse, but hopefully for best. Yeah. I have one last song for you guys tonight, which will be for Dan. It's something I played a long time ago, long time ago. I think I played it here, but not necessarily in my weekly music streams. But yeah. I hope everyone here will give you some well-deserved love, as you've supported a lot of us here. So, yeah, let's end this with a little bit of a smile. And I'll see you next week then. And everyone, for my birthday stream, but I guess, yeah, well. Anyways, yeah, a little bit of clavinet, sure. Ah, well, that's their problem. But yeah. So, last song. I mean, this is a lovely record, and this is the Hunger one. I hope you guys like it. It's a little record that the B side has longer tracks, the A side has these short tracks because it's a movie soundtrack. But yeah, so I showed the next record on the stream recently, and I thought like, didn't I play it recently? And no, I didn't, but I played it one time, and I tried to never play twice the same song. But let's be honest, how like sometimes there will be some of that. Roy Budd's famous theme for the Michael Caine helmed movie Get Carter, but with a twist, as this is a cover by Ja Woggle, half of Pill, the original lineup of Pill. Public Image Limited. This came out as a 10-inch 15-20 years ago. Absolutely stellar EP. Let's see if you can still find that. It might be super cheap or super expensive. Could go one way or the other. It came out in 2009 on the dubstep label, and you can still find it. There's 5 copies of it for like nothing on Discogs. I would say this is a good investment. Anyways, leave a thumbs up if you like the stream. If you watching this whenever, leave a comment. It's always nice. And if you really like the stream tonight, if you want to tip your DJ, there's the Ko-fi link in the description of the video, either live or whenever. It's very useful. It helps me do this every week in more ways than you can imagine. And tonight I already have to thank Fred Dobbs, Kaylee, Mercury Man, Bat, Sean, The Revenge, Andrew, Thomas, and Thorsten. Thank you guys for having my back and making this all possible. And thank you everyone for stopping by and enjoying all of this. Have a great weekend, you too. John! Yeah, catch you later, John. Always nice to see you. Have a good evening and a good night. And thank you again, Dan, for stopping by and for giving us for gracing us with your presence tonight.